allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ready for community forum? Conflict of interest declarations. We do have two additions to the agenda. 7.3.1, approved transfer of $30,000 from general fund to preschool fund. Also 9.5, approve the Mid-Central Settlement Agreement for stipulation for dismissal. With that, do I have a motion to adopt the agenda with additions?
Motion.
Second. Motion by Jamie, second by Ashley. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Can we just skip celebrations?
I should just take that home, is what I should do since I did your report.
All right, Amy?
Okay, I actually did something this time to present to you guys. So the second page, I just kind of did a running total of where the project, our playground, track, and football field was at. I mean, considering, and then you gotta remember, I made a comment, I paid $200,000 in contingencies, I'll get some about that back, fits, because we haven't, didn't use all that. That I have the DGR engineering in there, which then, you know, that was something that was above the proposed when we did the bid opening and stuff, that we knew we were gonna come up with. And then a few of the other smaller things that we had done, plus the bigger, the playground equipment. So roughly, to date, we are at 1.950 million. And most things have been paid for. I might have a few more small things left from Fitz. So we, you know, and some coming back, so we've got some money then to play with the bleachers and crow's nest concessions.
Do you know how much of that is coming back approximately?
130.
So we really sat pretty good underneath that 2 million for just that project, which, you know, where we knew we were gonna be spending some money out of capital outlay anyway to help with bleachers and stuff.
What was the change order, Amy?
I think-
Concrete. So we were gonna put that concrete pad there, and we were gonna do the bleachers, and then we switched it out for future.
So yeah, some of that will be being spent in this next phase.
So it'll be the 130 plus the 122?
Or they already minus the 122.
Okay. Okay.
Any other questions for Amy?
Thanks for doing that, Amy.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and if you have any questions, you can just always email me or come see me.
That's playground and track,
And football.
and football, everything.
Yes.
Just want to make that clear.
All right. All right, I have a few celebrations, lots of them actually, most pertain to extracurricular, but Kendall Utah qualified for the Region Orland Turf Competition in the poetry category, so she goes next week, I think it is, to the region, and then Camille Rierick is an alternate, and Connor Beals is also an alternate, so they quickly prepared and got, did fairly well there, and a lot of, like Camille, that was her first year, so just getting into the routine of doing it, so it was good. Kendall, UTEC, and Maya competed in the state cross-country meet, and Kendall placed 12th, and Maya was at 57th, so that was really good showing there. They had lots of fans in Huron to cheer them on, so that was fun. All-State Choir had a great weekend performing also, and Kendall UTEC received that 4-year award there. I don't know if that was posted or not, but she had a picture with all the people that received that award, so congrats to her. competitive cheer, runner-up, and championship small squad, so we want to shout out to them. And then tomorrow, good luck to our volleyball team versus Harding County in that SODAC 16 game, so really good there. One thing that I didn't add on the celebration was our honor roll came out, and we had 81% of our students on the honor roll, which is a 3.0 or higher thing, so that's a celebration also. Kids are working hard. We received our pre-ACT results back, and we handed them out to the juniors. We haven't handed them out to the sophomores or freshmen yet. But we're gonna start working on pending volleyball, but my agenda for November 21st, Teacher Day, is to work with the staff and look at that data and see where our areas of weakness are with our juniors and see if we can attack those in the next few months before we take that ACT. So if it doesn't get done on the 21st, we'll do it early in December, so. But trying to create an individualized plan so they can use that data to, like, you can use, this is a good thing for AI, like you can take in and give me ACT questions that attack this operations and functions in algebra. And it will give the student back ACT examples meeting that criteria. So we're hoping to teach the kids how to do that and have them create their own practice with that, so. Internet safety meetings were held on Thursday with mainly elementary and middle school. And then today we finished up with the elementary and the high school. And then tonight at 6:30 we have Mary Beth Holdsworth is from DCI. And she works in that area for, I think it was 14 years. And so she's been talking to the kids and really good presentations. And I'm hoping that people will attend tonight and get some more information from the parent view of that. Middle school, we switched up the study hall. It's not just a straight study hall. I took their NWA map scores and put it into IXL, and we'll also put it into NoReady, which is the grammar, English, writing supplemental tool that we use. And they're getting individualized instruction there. For the first 20 minutes of study hall, they have to do that, those two programs, and then after 5 objectives met, they get a scoreboard and have like a class competition going on. The one that can meet the most objectives will get a class prize, and they get to help pick what that is. So it's been going well. We're into week 2. So if you have a middle school child, ask them about it, see how they're doing. Give me some feedback, because I really wanted the individualized plan during that RTI study hall time is to try to help them increase the scores in the areas where they might be lower in, so. Upcoming month, tomorrow we also have the Veterans Day program at 10 o'clock. Libby Fleming will be our speaker. Our choir and band will also be singing and performing. They're actually, band is playing, choir singing to the same piece, I think, so should be good. We'll be in the main gym there. And then Wednesday, that should say, sorry about that. Wednesday, November 12th, the juniors are going with Mrs. Stevens to SDSU and LATC on a college tour. She set that up, so that's great. And then family chats will be held on November 17th. This is part of family engagement, so if you have anybody that is in middle of school or high school parent that you think would be great to give some feedback to us, please let me know. We have a few signed up, but we can always use some more, so anybody that you think would be great in that role, let me know. Questions, concerns? Good? Okay, thank you. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let Brian talk about the boilers real quick, just so you guys understand what's going on and the mess we've kind of been dealing with for a long time, so go ahead.
Right now, well, actually, a couple of weeks ago, we had Trent from Allied Systems come in and take a look at our boiler system. He, right now, has our boilers up and running. Last year, about the same time, we had the same thing, got our boilers up and going. By December, January, they crashed. We had school 66 degrees, 64 degrees over in high school. I don't want this to happen again, because our piping and everything is wrong. I mean, we're in before temp's only supposed to be 100, no more than 125 degrees, where we're hunting 140 and 145 because we're piping wrong up inside there. To get everything fixed, our first quote came back to be $95,540.99. With them boilers, we were not able to use them with the setup that we have and the room we have in there. So they came, he brought one of his boiler engineers in, and they're trying to figure out another objective, just put 2 boilers in there. That's gonna suffice anywhere from 100 degrees to 400 or 500 degree water, that it can fluctuate that far. And he's gonna try to keep it at the same price. He doesn't wanna go much higher than that 90, or just run it out $96,000. So we are gonna get a new quote back with the new boiler systems on that, and I'll give it to you as soon as I get it. If you guys want the BCC on that, I can send it to you guys, and you guys can look at that also. With that, after today, our elementary boilers, we have a pump that went down inside that. I don't know yet how much that's gonna cost to get it repaired. We got, out of the 4 pumps, 3 of them are new, the one, obviously the one that is our old one. It's been in there since the boiler's been in there, so however long that's been. Other than that, I do not have any issues with the elementary system, the 4 older boilers. They're running out perfectly fine, all our problems just with the high school boilers. With the piping wrong, they also did cause excessive wear and tear. That's why it's gone down so quick. That came from, I've had 4 guys come in and take a look at it, and they all said it's all pipe wrong. Elementary's pipe correct.
So this 100K fixes, gets us new boilers and proper piping?
Yes, this
Okay.
pretty much takes out all the piping down inside the high school boiler room. They pretty much cut it off to where it leaves that boiler room, everything else gets replaced, and we all get piped. The biggest thing would be going down to 2 boilers, and that's what they're trying to get us resolved in right now.
So we don't have enough room in the room it's in?
No.
So where are you gonna move it to?
That's why we're trying to come up with a configuration where we can still use that room to do it. It's just, it's tight with the configurations that they have right now, so that's what's our holdup. I'm trying to get an estimate, is try to find the boilers that actually fit inside that room. Because you also have 3 power panels sitting right there too. So it's, you have to stay within 2-3 feet, I think, from the power panel, and it's, like it shortens everything up anyway.
Where is it at, in relation? Where is it at?
It's just to the west of the band room, so it'd be the last door as you walk out the double doors heading towards the egg shop.
So there is, it's right next door to the band storage room then? So,
The one side, yeah,
so
the west side.
if it would help, we could possibly take out some of that band storage if it meant like boiler space or
No,
not?
not really. The
No,
only
because
way
we'd have
you,
to take, the power panels are on that side.
yeah. The only way you'd be able to go and do any of that is going west.
Is that water that's leaking creating more damage past just the boiler room, or?
The water that's leaking is all staying right there, it's all kind of flowed down into a drain that came up inside there. And I go in there and I squeegee it almost once or twice a day to keep it all cleaned up.
Do we know who installed originally and installed it incorrectly?
I do not know, we'd have to go back and see who.
Or how old they are.
Well, nothing's been done, or they haven't replaced the high school rebuilt. So these are still the original ones. So what, 30 years?
No.
Long time ago.
It's not.
I was a sophomore, so. I was like, so funny. What, I think it was 16? So, mental math is hard.
So are the boilers, are they hot water or are they steam?
These are hot water. They dumped everything up inside there, and this is a full loop of hot water.
26 years ago.
what do we have, so if this is completed over Christmas, like what is the backup plan to keep everything from freezing over on that section? If it's a brutal end of December, would we utilize space heaters or
How long does it take?
it will
They,
sure
if
take
we
all
can get
of
everything
it.
done, he
Yeah.
said within that Christmas break, they can begin it out. Now, that's potentially, we don't know, something could come up and it could be pushed back up. I mean, that's a gamble that we take when we start doing construction and everything like that, we just don't know.
But they're working today.
They are working right now, we're running anywhere from 138 to 160-degree water coming out of my supply, so they are working. They worked all weekend when it was cold. But then again, it's kind of also a gamble to, try to hold off. I like to hold off till next summer. So that way we don't run into an issue. But it's kind of one of those, it's just a gamble. If something does come up, we crash on us again this year.
What did it take last year to get them back up and going? I mean, it was cold, and it was very cold for 2 days, like, very cold.
We had guys come in, but we did the pressure relief valves, and then just kind of by the grace of everything, we got it back up and going. It's not like one thing that we did.
So why does it take 2 boilers?
We have 3 right now.
We have 3 right now, and they haven't been able to keep up since last year.
Well, I would think in 25 years, the technology that's gone into boilers, they shouldn't have gotten bigger. And you would think you buy one larger one. I mean, I don't know.
Well, you want 2 just in case that one of them
Backup.
goes down. That would be the backup. And then you can put them on set auto, like right now, it picks and chooses what my lead boiler is. So that way I'm not just burning number 1 boiler all the time. That's the first one to kick off. If you get 2 of them, you can switch that back and forth. It's kind of save wear and tear on one of them a little bit.
And you do have that redundancy then, because if one goes down, hopefully you can at least keep the building.
Yeah, and then they takes so much BTUs to heat up so much water, I mean.
Yep.
And, did we figure out where the leaks are coming from?
It's coming from the pressure relief valves on the side of the boilers. And every technician that has, don't know why they keep, going over it, because it's under the PSI of my pressure relief valves, it should not be blowing by, and they are.
And you replaced those last year.
I replaced last year, and then this summer again, I replaced 2 more.
We wanted to stay under 100,000, because then we don't have to do bids. Is that?
I
Why
think
he's
kind
trying
of
to
what
help
you're
us
saying,
with it?
is this like an emergency, we don't really have to.
Depends when we do it. I mean, if we're waiting until next summer, you got plenty of time to get it done.
Like if we had to do it in December, then we kind of have to do it next year.
But I have reached out, Colesville was supposed to have since last summer 4 or 5 different bids. Everybody's like, I'm gonna give you one, and they all shut down.
Where's this place out of?
Trent is out of Huron, Trent from Allied Systems.
Trent lives on the hill 3 miles from Lizzie.
Oh, Kerry, yeah.
He has, ACP has a shop in Huron, they also have a location in Burton.
I mean, if we wanna push it out, I can, recall climate control systems and try to get their lab back out here to try to get another bid to get it, done. Plus there's another place I can call back in Odyssey Falls and see if he actually wants to do it. Because he said he doesn't really work on anything this small. He wants all the bigger buildings. That's what his guys
I would just assume have a McGilvery's heating and cooling do it if they were able, or
We had,
somebody in here.
I did have Dustin come and take a look at it, and this is probably beyond what they said they were doable.
Here, but I would rather not go to Sioux Falls and try to get a service call.
I understand.
So I asked
then we had 125 for vehicle upgrades, and we've spent about 50 for our Suburban. We should be okay. I mean, like, we're good. I mean, like, that's only a couple of things. I think we didn't spend all of our budgeted money for capital outlay this year, that we could move it in. I mean, money-wise, I feel like we can slide it in there because we didn't spend all of the things that we wanted. So if we can get it done in December and know that it's not gonna go down on us, and we're not gonna have kids out of school, we're not canceling, we have the money because we didn't spend it in other spots. My thought is that we just let him do it in December.
What?
Oh, we got, that was out of, did we do a Trailblazer this year, or we did that out of last year's budget? That was last year's budget.
I don't know if it was my house, I'd put it first, and
Right?
I'm not rolling the dice on it. Cause it's gonna constitute an emergency pretty damn quick in January when those fail.
We did cancel school last year, we talked it out, but it was absolutely, at that point of, I think you were gone that day, and I'm like, oh, we'll just we talked with it, and try to get some,
What if it's more than 2 days and we
But-
can't get it up, then?
and if it does go that you can't get it up, then
It's
you're
2
looking at
weeks.
canceling a week
Yeah.
or two of school.
Right.
Because you can't have school at 50 degrees, and you might take the chance of more things going on.
Right.
I think the leaking issue with the electrical panels right there too, I feel like is a major safety issue, and you're gonna run into issues within your electrical as well if that continues to occur. And that would be a huge cost if that happens, so do we have to wait until he's able to price more boilers?
Yep, because right now we're trying to find the lead times to actually get a boiler, to get 2 boilers here, or however many, we can fit in there, to see when we can get them here that quick. But right now, also the boilers that we wanted, the lead times next year, and then next year, so
There's 3 now, could you replace that with 2?
that's what we're trying to do, is replace it with 2, but it's still, it's, they're out, they are bigger boilers, so it does stick out and everything. It's just a very compact space.
Will we have to have like a special meeting to approve when we get that bid, or?
No, we don't have to approve. It's like, they're just bringing this to us for an FYI,
Okay.
so. All right, any more questions for Brian?
I do have one other thing.
Okay.
Bus barn, we're starting to have a lot of issues with our garage door openers. They're crashing, I got 2 of them now. I had Heron Garage Door Company here, they pretty much said they need to be replaced ASAP. Otherwise, you're not gonna get our buses out on roads. They're $2,500 a piece, is pretty much what they are. We replaced 2, we got 6, well, we have 7, count 1 in the shop down here, but that one, I'm not worried about. If I have to manually lift that door, I'll do that one. I'm more worried about the other 6, and that was over control of buses. I mean, that's just something also to think about too, do we want to just do the 2, or do we just want to bite the bullet and do the rest of the 6?
Is that $2,500 to throw parts and labor?
Yeah, that was parts and labor, I believe. 25, let's say 25 to $3 grand after labor. Is what they are.
Kind of per door, parts and
Per
labor?
door, yeah.
I would say you only fix what's broken. And I don't think we have to fix doors if they work. I mean, I don't
Right.
think personally, but.
I think we figured those out there 10 years, more than that, about 10 years old. So, it's just something that we just might have to keep fixing as they go bad. I mean, we can just do it that way too. When they go bad, if the repairs are more than what it's really worth, keep them calm out here, then we can just do it then.
Any other things for Brian? All right, today we had our first Donuts with Grown-Ups, with kindergarten, first grade. We had a really good turnout. They really enjoyed it. There's people from grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles. So it was really good to see people in the doors, people you usually don't see too. So it went really well. There was a checklist for the tracks. We did a walk around 3 weeks ago. And then there was a checklist where they just, anything that needed to be fixed, they just called each company and they came and fixed everything, either on the track or on the field. So that is done now, so everything on the track, football field, everything is completely done. So that is nice. I did meet with the architect, with the drawings, and this is what we came up with. So if you guys want to pull that out quick. So what we're gonna do is go with 399 seats. They said that's pretty comparable to like Kadoka is what they said, is right around there. The reason we want to do 399 and not 400 is we'd have to do a bunch more bathrooms, which would add a lot of cost, like a lot of cost. And just being around places, I think the 4 should be plenty for games for us at least. And then we'll have the Crow's Nest right up tucked behind. And then, that's about it. Any questions?
What's under the crow's nest?
Nothing.
Storage?
Oh, under the Crow's Nest is storage, yeah, I'm sorry.
Are you gonna have a gate here?
There will be a gate there.
Okay.
So for track meets, that's where they'll be able to come in and out through there. So both sides, so they're completely jam packed.
Alright, and you said, I was trying to read, new bids that we were gonna do on this later, or you said that you had a kind of an amount that you thought?
January, I don't really wanna give you a number, they kinda gave me a number of
Like-
400,000 for everything.
The Crow's Nest, is that a building from ground up?
Yes. Yes.
Jamie did ask me, to reach out and see if maybe our kids can build our concession stand and bathrooms, at least the outer shell. Right, you don't want them to do the inside of the bathroom, right?
I don't know why not.
Okay.
I mean, they should be able to build all walls and then
Oh, yeah, the walls. But,
walls,
yeah, I'll tell them. Yeah,
hang the cupboards.
oh, absolutely.
I think that's what our shop teacher did, was a cabinet guy, wasn't he?
Yep. Well, he was a contractor. But I did reach out to Mr. Donovan and they are gonna ask. So,
I just think that would be an awesome opportunity for the kids.
yes.
If we had the concrete done, so they could work on it on nice days in February, March.
You're gonna, it won't be as fast as somebody else doing it. And that's
But
something
they
that
weren't
you're gonna
gonna
have
start
to think about,
until-
because
April, right?
No, there's, as soon as it thaws, we're starting. Is it planning?
I mean, there is something to that, like, they're not gonna, it's not gonna be as fast as what, and if you wanna have a track meet, possibly, well, weigh that, whatever you want that.
Well, that's what I'd like to see the concrete done this fall yet,
Can you,
because
bids? And this will work on engineering portion of it. So, still something else.
I mean, I think it's a good idea, I'm just saying, like, your timeframe, you know, somebody else comes in and does it in a day or two, and if you have the classes do it, it's going to take, could take 2 weeks, maybe more than that, depending on,
And I do wanna try it.
you know, depending on what, it just depends on the time frame of when, and, you know, if they come in and it's Easter week and they can do it, you know, like the contractors can do it and they want it done during that time and your classes can't get out there, I mean, but that's not saying that they can't do some of it, but it just might, you just don't know what their time frame is.
Yeah, you'd almost have to take that whole project.
You have to take that off.
So we'd only bid the
They could build it in the shop and bring it over.
crow's nest and the bleachers,
But then you're plumbing,
but then we'd have to just bid out, or we just build that concession stand ourselves and do all the plumbing and electric and all the above. And we have time, so we can think about what we wanna do with that, because we're not gonna give out bids until January. Cause our plan is to bid in January right now. So that way, people can get it, and then they know that as soon as everything thaws out, that it's go time, then they're getting everything ready to roll.
Is our shop big enough to build the concession stand in it and move it out?
No.
You'd have to build it just spaces. Looking at it.
There's enough room for that, the walls.
I mean, I was just asking, Huron builds an entire house outside
No.
of the shop building.
they have it inside shop now.
Well, they used to build it
Yeah.
outside, so
Now they
I was
have
just
it
asking if
now.
there's potential,
Yeah.
but to have it, and still have our track.
Okay, anything else on that?
That's fine.
Good to go? Okay. We are gonna need to start, our preschool playground is falling apart. I don't know if any of you have thoughts. We did the fundraiser that we did this year for Little Caesars is planning on going towards improvements. I would suggest if we get another playground in there, that we don't do the plastic, because that didn't last very long, and everything is just breaking on it. Like, right now, there's a slide that's completely indented in that you can't even go down, and it's more of a safety risk at this point than anything. So, I don't know, does anybody have any thoughts on that? Seems like everything's breaking at once.
Do you know how much anything like that is? It's a, you know, smaller set. Is there a reason they can't use our big room?
It's kind of the little kids, they don't really, it's kind of too big for this one. That's why they use that one, it's more, I mean, that one's for the older kids, so, I don't know. Amy and I were looking for just like a little decent one that, that's not completely plastic, was 10 grand.
Yeah, like a rainbow playset or whatever.
Yeah,
But I wonder if you get one of those, just the parts and have like the ag kids put it together.
and that's what we would do. We wouldn't have anybody install, we would just install it ourselves. Because it's not that, like, it's really not that much stuff that goes into it, so, we would just install it ourselves.
How much did they raise out of their fundraiser?
It was like $5 grand.
And they've been doing every year they do the preschool fundraiser, does it go towards expenses always, or what does the fundraiser each year go towards?
Well, expenses, but it has also bought, some different activity things she's got out there for them. And that original place that come from the fundraisers too.
Because I was gonna say, I thought that's what that was always towards, but what do they have for funds towards, from all of that?
I would have to look back to see how much money they've made in their fundraisers. And when, some of it's just gone to help pay for preschool and stuff.
Okay.
I would like to see what you guys wanna come up with and what you wanna put out there, I mean,
It's not gonna be very extravagant, I'll tell you
Right.
that.
right, I mean,
It gets used, I'm not saying that, like, it does get used, but again, I don't wanna put out some gigantic plastic thing that gets beat down in the sun and then it just falls apart. And, but we haven't had that 10 years, I don't think.
Yeah, as soon as it
It was like 7 or 8 years that we've had that thing, it's completely broke now, you know, so, I'll keep looking and see if I can find anything, but again, we would only have to pay for the play set, cause if I have to go out there and build it, I'll go out and build it, so. Me and Brian can go do it. But I would like to see at least something out there, because it does get used a lot.
I know the public uses it too for the smaller children.
That's what I'm
too,
saying,
so.
it is used a lot, so I would like to at least have something there, but I also don't wanna spend a bunch of money when we just put in that,
Right.
so.
Yeah.
Like Leslie said, family chats are the 17th and 18th, winter concerts are the 1st and the 2nd. And I'm going to ask you guys if you'd be willing to pay for a meal, for the staff Christmas party that we're gonna have this year.
Do you have that in-house? Do you have that somewhere in here? Or-
We would have it, we're planning on having it at the hub right now,
Just cater something in?
or
Or
just cater something in, yep.
I can't speak for every year that I've been on the board, but I know there's been a number of years we've given a small Christmas bonus. I think something like this is appropriate. I think it's a good gesture, personally. And I'm not saying it has to be in lieu of a small Christmas bonus, it just, I think that's good. I think that's a good give back to the staff, I guess.
Yeah. So I think we're planning on having it the Saturday, right after school gets let out. So we'll have it down at the hub, and then we're just wondering if you guys would be willing to sponsor that meal for them.
Would this
Like,
be like
you
a?
want us personally to pay for it?
No, the school,
Oh,
the school to pay for
Would
it.
this
Oh, I didn't know
be
you had
like
to
a
ask.
staff member and their spouse, or a staff member,
Yeah.
significant other, you know, obviously kind of 2 per staff, if you will, or,
Yeah.
which is appropriate.
Yeah.
I feel like I've asked this before, we don't have a budget for him to have our staff members, like we don't have a small stipend, or I don't know if that's the right word, but, it built in.
It just kind of comes out of the supplies is what I do. So I don't necessarily have per se a line.
Maybe we could create that for him, so that we can do employee appreciation events and spend it however he feels appropriate, whether that's a Christmas party or a.
I was gonna bring that up.
I mean, when Leslie brings like pizza for the high school, how does she doesn't pay for that out of her own pocket, does she?
Student, like, student council. pay for that. When they want for.
But there is a lot of stuff that we're gonna just pay out of our own pocket, I will tell you that.
I would like to see that happen.
Yeah.
Good?
Yes.
Sweet.
Any other questions?
Thank you, guys.
All right. Mid Central report. We'll talk about that later on in the agenda. Core.
I wasn't able to join the meeting this week, so if you joined, I'll let you help. I looked through the meeting minutes and I didn't see anything that was really imperative to bring back to the board.
There's nothing.
Okay. Parking lot.
Okay. Future wise. We pull this out. We're gonna spend a bunch of money on the boilers, and we still have to spend a bunch of money on the track for getting all the equipment. I don't know how much I wanna do this next summer. But at some point, I think we really need to get this done. Now again, it does not need to look exactly like this by any means, but I think it's a good starting point. My main issue right now is we have horrible drainage in our main parking lot. that we have nowhere for the water to go, and half the time it gets clogged up by debris and the gravel out there. So, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are about trying to do just one parking lot next summer. I don't really feel comfortable right now completely. I kind of switched my tune on that, to be honest with you, just kind of with some of the money that we're spending and talking with Amy. But I would like to start putting money away to be able to start doing this a little bit at a time. Because again, you get to winter now and there's so much mud and debris brought into the school, like changing carpets and, you know, it's hard in vacuums and all the above, where you start spending money in here now because of the problem we have out there. Talking to them, they said that if we would do a parking lot like this, it would last 40 years. Like that pavement would last 40 years. They said after 7 years, they put a sealant on it. Looking at the guy who does asphalt. They put a sealant over it, is that right?
Yeah, typically you should crack seal it after a couple, 3 years of freeze thaw, but yes, you're
Yep.
right. Mr.
So they would do that, and then he said it would last 40 years. So I think it would be a good investment. Again, I don't know if next summer is the absolutely right time to do it. I think we can maybe revisit, you know, next month or January when we, you know, if we do end up doing the boilers and then starting ordering that track stuff, kind of see where we're sitting at. If we're sitting in a good spot, then I'd be all for going for it, but as of right now, I think we need to just wait and start storing money away to be able to start doing this in the future. But I think this is something that, you know, big project-wise, parking lots in the shop is in the future, you know, whether it's 5, 10 years down the road, but I think we really need to look at the parking lots first, because it's a mess. It does, when it rains or it snows, I mean, it's a muddy mess out there, so.
Yep. All right, any other questions? Do we have any committee reports?
Did you want to read that student council thing?
On the student council, there is a page. So it says, students of the month. For character this month, the student council will sponsor a student of the month for each high school grade level. Each month will have different criteria. Freshman was Jocelyn Lees, sophomore Juliana Lind, junior Peyton Peterson, and senior Carson Walters. October student of the month, I don't know if that's her last month, right?
I think so, because in October said she's got,
Or was this for last month?
She crossed this out.
Oh, I was supposed to cross it out?
Did she cross it out?
Do we know who the students of the month were this month?
I don't know that.
I can't remember
Okay.
the name.
Off the top of my head. You can just skip that stuff part.
I think your attendance is different from last time. I don't remember those names either. I could be wrong.
I swear she crossed it out.
She maybe did.
I
didn't read it.
I don't think she had it up.
Okay, well, all right, we'll let that one go then for this month. We'll ask for it next month. All right, on to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda with the addition?
So moved.
Motion by Jeff, second by Ashley. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. New and unfinished business. Policy review for BDDB, school board meeting agenda, and GCN teacher evaluation.
Okay, so the BDDB was the one we looked at last board meeting, and I just took off the quorum part of it. That was the only part that we had, so I just took that out, so now we should be good to go on it. And then the GCN, so part of the accreditation is teacher evaluation policy. So we needed to update this policy here. I've actually been talking to Mike Cruz, because they went or they had it last year, so I've been working with him to make sure we got everything. So we just needed to get this updated, so all that you see highlighted is all changed, on there from our previous one, so.
Any questions on those two policies? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the DDB school board meeting agenda and GCN teacher evaluation?
Motion.
Motion by Herman?
Yep.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Second by Terry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Oh, yeah. In my card, whoever gets appointed tonight, I do have the book for the ASBSD legislative assembly. The delegate assembly, I have the book for the delegate. Goofed up. So, is there anybody who would like to go out to the delegate assembly on November 21st?
What kind is that? I mean, just,
So they pretty much, well, Jamie went last year, right?
I
They-
did.
They go through,
The resolutions.
yeah, resolutions
And
are gonna
the same.
change and anything they wanna change.
For the legislative session.
oh, again.
It starts at 1, you get that 1 on it.
I think whoever's retired should go.
These are one,
Kind
two,
of there.
What is this one?
The other one I
Same
can have.
Friday.
The other one
I'm sorry.
is back to this one is like, so if there's something we want you to communicate to your legislatures,
I mean, I went
then
there,
we're gonna send it,
and you say
and they're gonna give you the information.
aye,
that you would like to do. So
Mr.
it's
Donovan
making
put
you
full
more
court press.
communicating
I'll
with
go
the
with it.
legislatures.
I mean, I
You
will
don't
go out there.
Like a
sure.
bill, there's a bill that, you know.
So do we need to have two, or the
So
person?
if there's some of you that would like to be the you know, to give communication and communicate with the legislatures. I could have
Have we
more than one.
always had two?
Fleming Loose, Tara.
Okay, Fleming Loose for both of them? So
Well,
do I need to have two motions for one for each
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, probably, or a point.
I motion to appoint Jeff and Jamie to the Legislation Action Network.
And
Delegate
And
assembly.
the assembly.
thank you.
Cause you're going away party.
Okay, I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Herman. Okay, at this
And
point,
maybe, like,
we are,
Riley will be on the legislative action one too. for
okay. Just so everybody knows, we, at this point, we are motioning and approving for 9.2 and 9.3. So it's all in one motion. Okay, so I have a motion by Terry, a second by Herman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. School board election.
So we've really never made an official, motion now that we are going down to a 5-member board July 1st. And so I just wanted to be read in the minutes that, if this is what you guys are wanting, is that there will be no school board election this year, and then that'll be Jeff and Mason's terms are going up, and we're just gonna go with the rest of you 5, and not, I just wanted to be official that, you know, because the other option was everybody goes off and every position comes open.
But you don't want that because then it wouldn't be staggered, it's already staggered.
Well, you could still stagger.
It's still staggered, but I'm just saying, right now, when you go down to your 5-person board, it's still staggered with 2 and 3 years left on people's terms.
So I just want a motion of what we're doing so that, if I need to, if we're gonna have a school board election, then I need to start preparing for that.
To me, it seems rather painless to just, I can't speak for Mason, but I
Yeah.
can speak for me, it seems painless to just,
You guys.
Let's not make it any more work than we need to.
So that's what, I just want a motion that there'll be, if that's what we're gonna do, motion that there'll be no school board election this year, and, there will be 2 terms that, I figure out, 2 terms that are two people going off, their terms will expire and just not be replaced, because we're going down to a 5-member board.
I motion for no school board election for the 26 year, and that those seats will be absolved at that time at the end of the term.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Mason. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, we need to approve the Mid-Central Settlement Agreement for stipulation for dismissal. I do have the motion, yep. So, can I read this?
The email?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Okay.
You tell, I probably won't read the whole, you tell us or not.
We are at the settlement stage. How about I just read this? So, the resolution is going to be the Mid-Central Educational Cooperative Board votes to approve the settlement that is attached as forwarded by the attorney for the state of South Dakota. In addition, Mid-Central Educational Cooperative is responsible to work with DLA on a close-out audit while bearing the cost. The cost is going to,
18 to 20,000.
yeah. I think you guys have the stipulation in the back of your file. So, this is
Can you just do a background for everybody who hasn't been around for?
So Mid-Central was our old core, pretty much. We were a member and back in 2017, right? Mid-Central was found to be at fault for some stuff, I believe. So then they are currently in legal trouble with some stuff they did. So now not even court, Mid-Central is trying to settle this with the courts now, with the state, the Department of Education.
Once it's settled,
Then Mid-Central is dissolved. So once this is taken care of, there will be no more Mid-Central, it will only be core. So when if we would approve this tonight, then the actual Mid-Central board will then take it to the attorneys.
You sit on that board, do you have any concerns?
No.
You just want to get it done.
I do want to get it done, yeah. I mean, it's been a long time. So. Yep.
I motion to approve the Mid-Central Settlement Agreement for stipulation for dismissal.
I second it.
Motion by Ashley, second by Terry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. At this time, do I have a motion to go into executive session, South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-2, Section 1, personnel, at 6:23. Jamie? Second by Brendan. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you, guys.
You guys,
Thank you.
This will be really quick.
You got it off?
I don't know, it's on red now, is it? I don't know.
Red means it's on.
Where is it? It's right up here.